What do I think about the buy? I think that it can be a beautiful thing if we use it the right way. The downtime could probably be good for a lot of our bodies. As for what the Braves said, I don't really care.
Philly slugger Nick Castellanos joining us on FT right now for the first time. Nick, great to see you, man. It's been a minute since I've seen you. One of the best interviews in baseball. But you know, your boy Cam Maben set this up, and then he just shut off all the lights and all his power. So he no-showed for this. You're going to give him some crap for that?
I mean, the hurricane apparently is not his fault, right?
Yes, the hurricane is definitely not his fault.
Yeah,
No.
but him not having a generator with all that money he made is definitely his fault.
True.
I mean, do you think somebody gave him that idea?
The generator thing?
Like, you think someone's talked to him about that, and he just decided no, or like he didn't know about it?
I bet he didn't
Uh,
know because how many
no.
hurricanes is North Carolina getting?
About one about every 30 years. So
So no, exactly. And they don't have one of those fancy magnets that you talked about, which
see, it missed Tallahassee, wobbled right.
it did miss Tallahassee. So anyway, Nick, let's get into ball. So you guys
Sure.
already clinched the division, right? What do you do between now and the playoffs? Like when people say, "Oh, the team's prepping for the postseason," what does that mean?
Um, Me as a player, I don't really know. I have 3 games left of the regular season. I want to finish as strong as I can, and then just prepare. Right, like for me, that's just making sure my body's good, making sure that I'm doing my homework, and just ready to compete. Honestly,
What's up, big dog, man? You look nice, calm, cool, and collective over there, kid.
what's up?
Hey, there's the smile I like to see, doggy. Hey, let me talk to you. You got some of the funniest quotes I've heard in a long time from a baseball player, dude. You didn't give me those when we played at third base, so you're gonna have to
Well,
break
I
one
thought
down.
about them. I just didn't
Yeah.
have the stones to say it out loud.
I love that. Tell me, tell me a little bit. Give me a quote that you live by. I know you talk about the Scooby Doo being the hero. I know I don't have a degree. I just hit baseballs. That stuff is all great. Give me something that you live by, personally. Whether it's baseball, off the field, something that you go about everyday business you believe in.
I'd say that I do the best job I can to pretend less and less each day that I'm alive. That's the best way that I can sum that up. And like to catch myself when I find myself starting to pretend, whether that's for people to like me or whether for money or whether for, notoriety, just to become more and more aware of that, I'd say.
Nick, you mentioned getting prepared for the playoffs. How do you prepare when you don't know who you're playing? Because you guys don't know yet. Are you a big film guy? Are you a big I'm going to wait and see the day before guy? Or do you start preparing now for the possibility of two teams you guys could face?
No. Once I know, then I'll probably start looking like, all right, who's in their bullpen? What are their out pitches? Certain things like that. But right now, we're playing the Nationals, so as cliche as it is today, I think we have. I'm not sure who's pitching yet today for them, but I'll find out in a second, and then go from there.
Okay. Okay. So then let me ask you for today. Let me see. I'm going to look right now who's pitching against y'all.
I'll
You
find it.
guys are facing Williams. He's 5-1 with a 2.19 ERA. What's he got? I don't even know his first name. Sorry.
Well, I know that.
Oh,
Well, Trevor.
it's Trevor Williams. It's
Yeah,
Trevor
the
Yeah.
Williams.
veteran.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but he missed like the whole year.
yeah. He's been out for a while.
Well, I know that he doesn't have he doesn't have an electric fastball. So if he's gonna get me out, it's gonna be he's gonna want to get me to expand and swing at his pitch.
Mhm.
So honestly, it's just staying probably at the upper half of the strike zone and looking for something that I can handle. And then probably never taking my eyes off the right center gap, knowing that I don't have to cheat to get the bat head to one of his sinkers.
Love that. I mean, I was kind of the same as you, dude. Just grip it and rip it. You see, you can look as much film as you want, but too much up here, it starts getting a little hectic, man.
A hundred
Um,
percent. But it is that balance, like you do want to have an idea because the more that I talk to, hitters that are more accomplished than myself, they do have a plan and, they're able to take that information and like apply it without
Hmm.
overcomplicating it, which I think is a beautiful thing to be able to do.
Let me ask you this. So along those lines, who are some of those guys that, you've been talking to create that balance in your brain?
Uh, it's not just like one person,
Okay. All right.
but like, two guys that you've played against a lot, right? You have Miggy and Victor Martinez. Victor Martinez was probably the most prepared, studied hitter. He would on purpose get the two strikes just because he knew what that pitcher wanted to throw with two strikes. And then you had somebody like Miguel Cabrera, which, I mean, for him it was backyard wiffle ball every single game of the
Yeah.
season.
Yep. Opposite field all day. A different subject here. You got hit by a pitch the other day.
Sure.
Go through that whole scenario there. Because you don't see it too often anymore. Guys are throwing at you on purpose, so it's kind of like anomaly now. I saw Harper get excited at second base. The boys had you back there. What was going on in your mind?
Um, well, I just saw a kid start getting gradually more and more frustrated as the inning went on. Uh, and then he started to really unravel once Trey hit that homer. And then I saw him just start pitching angrily. And Harper had a great at bat off him and like got the scoring position again. And then, I had a feeling. I'm like, yo, this kid he's probably going to hit me. And then if you looked, like, I didn't even attempt to swing at that pitch because I just wanted to see if he was somewhere close to the plate, and he wasn't. So I just said that's bullshit right away because apparently, here's the thing, like that happens a lot, I guess, in the minor leagues because all the minor leaguers are talking about how often that happens, especially like not to stereotype it with like younger Latin players because they're
Hmm.
extremely talented. But as far as like being emotionally mature, sometimes that lacks. So right there, you're probably getting to the comment about Otto, my 2-year-old. That's just a display of emotional immaturity. And when you have a man who's throwing a ball mid 90s display that level of emotional immaturity, it's fucking frustrating.
Well, Nick, question for you on this. Your former teammate Whit Merrifield said, and he's part of the rules committee, he wants to try and put something in there that would police this better for the safety of the players. What do you think about that? And do you have any ideas?
Um, yeah, I talked with Rajay Davis about this in New York. I think that they're just the further away that pitchers get from the batter's box, right? And the more that the game develops where stuff trumps pitchability, I think that there does need to be some sort of respect level when a pitcher's getting ready to throw a fastball. Whether that's if somebody's hit with a fastball that, because they have all this data that is like in your own batter's box, not like you go to check swing or something like that happens, because obviously I'm talking about the ones that are where all you do is turn around because you're getting hit no matter what. Uh, you're awarded second base. It's two bases instead of one. Rajay Davis started talking about how they're thinking about collecting a point system, like your license. That certain amount of pitches in certain areas get you certain amount of points, and then you are able to get ejected or suspended, and the team doesn't get a roster spot. So at least people are talking about upping the consequences of getting hit. I think it's the primary thing is just fastballs. Off speed are always going to get away, and if uh, that doesn't hurt as bad as a heater, especially like up in the zone. But people are talking about it, and that's step one. What the answer is or where we end up to, I don't know at this moment.
Talking about people talking about things. Rowdy Tellez of the Pirates. I don't know if you heard about this. They let him go 4 at bats before my man
Yeah.
can make $200,000. I think about this. The NFL. Tom Brady got Antonio Brown like 7, 8 catches in one game just so he can get his bonus. You have any thoughts about this whole situation? I know it happens a lot of times. I just think it was kind of crummy if you want the truth.
I do too, and honestly, for all the players, that are out there that are paying attention, their assistant hitting coach Christian Morero is one of my best friends, and has been like a baseball staple of mine since I was young, and also Don Kelly. I didn't know him as young as Christian, but definitely one of my mentors in the big league. So like I have a lot of love for the people in that organization. Um, but as far as an ownership standpoint, I think it really just shows you how numbers oriented and how much of a business it is for the people up top that are making these decisions. And look, they have the right to do that because uh, unfortunately, no matter what happens, your asset of owning a major league team is not going to go anywhere if you fail to win. Um, so, like, it sucks and it's crummy. And I don't think that that's the right way to do it if wanting to win a World Series is the reason why you own the team. But if you're a businessman and you are, balancing out your portfolios and making sure that you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's and, you're getting all of your money set, then I understand it. So the business side of my brain says, yeah, I totally get it. The human baseball competitor side, building a winning culture side, does not get it. But it is what it is.
Yo, what's up, FT fam? I appreciate you guys loving the content, but I'm seeing only 50% of you guys are subscribed. Go down below, hit that subscribe button so you can get the real inside information on deck. Let's go.
We're looking for real ways to boost our nutrition and just found a protein shake that actually tastes amazing. It's called Orgain, and it's been a game changer.
Orgain is the leader in real protein-powered nutrition that understands that being good for you doesn't have to taste bad. It's the organic ingredients we're looking for, but I don't want a grainy battle with my taste buds every day. You know what I'm saying? It's giving smooth milkshake vibes. That's Orgain, and they have a brand new 30-gram complete protein shake that offers protein-packed real nutrition designed to satisfy your cravings without all the sugar.
It gives me energy, provides muscle support, and helps manage hunger too. It's also made without soy ingredients and made with no artificial flavors or sweeteners.
Orgain 30-gram protein shakes are available at Costco and Orgain.com. If you want to get in on the delicious protein-packed nutrition today, head to Orgain.com/FOUL and use the code FOUL for 20% off your order. Once again, that's Orgain.com/FOUL for 20% off. And make sure you use promo code FOUL so they know FT sent you. Nick, you've been pretty fortunate, though. You played for Detroit, the Illiches, especially when Mike Ilitch was alive. He wanted to win. And now you're in the Middletons, and we know he wants to win because he said, give me my Gleason trophy back, right?
Yeah.
In the middle, though, you had the Cubs and the Reds. You can question whether the Ricketts family and Castellanos want to win. So what's it like going from a team like, let's say, we'll use Cincinnati. They don't necessarily want to win. Then you go to Phillies. They want to win. What's the difference in what you see in the organizations?
That's a great question. You could tell that came from a veteran player.
I played on a lot of teams. Some didn't want to win. Some did.
Well, I think it first starts with the owner, right? Mike Ilitch and John Middleton, what they have in common is that they are a fan of their team, right? Like the kind of fan that would go with their family and sit in the upper deck and, enjoy themselves and be loud and obnoxious, right? So that passion is there, and then they gonna, okay, who's gonna help me get there? Well, then that's when you have a president or a general manager. And in having a pretty good relationship with Dave, because he's the one that drafted me when I was 18, and still is, the reason why I'm here on the Phillies, is that before he takes a job, he wants the opportunity to do what he wants to do what he believes in, and wants the chance to be wrong. That's important, right? Because sometimes when you go all in, that doesn't mean that it's right or it's going to happen positively, but it can. But he gets that opportunity from the owner to be wrong, and then from there, you just have to understand who's a baseball mind and who's not, and then you get the right people in the right positions who care about the right things and don't nickel and dime the process. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes you might need a little bit more here or there, but you take what's necessary, because the goal, I don't think, for John Middleton is to profit from, I mean, nobody wants to operate at a loss, but I don't think that he's using the Philadelphia Phillies to keep other means of income afloat, right? I don't think he's using the Phillies franchise as a balancing act for his overall wealth portfolio. I think he's in it because he wants a ring. and that's a beautiful thing for an organization.
It's
It's the
awesome.
best thing.
Yeah.
It's the best thing. Isn't that why you play? Isn't that why you put on the spikes? You go through what you go through every single day. Todd, I was lucky enough to get one. Todd, you sadly you did not. But that's why you do this. You go through the spring training. You go through the off season. You go through the 162, getting up every day. Trust me. There's days you wake up, you're like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this game today, but you do it. And if you ultimately get the ring, which is the ultimate prize, to me, it's all worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope, Nick, I'm assuming you feel the same way.
I wouldn't be in this if I didn't want. I feel like that's like a gigantic check or bucket list thing I would like to accomplish before I'm not playing anymore, right? That's like the ultimate it's like the ultimate thing you could do collectively, right? Like with your brothers who you play with. Personally would be the Hall of Fame, but collectively, you know, winning a World Series is the pinnacle of winning for the sport of baseball.
And the pinnacle, not only for baseball, but for you as well. You got your boy that's at some of the games, man, the
Yeah.
interactions that you guys have. How special is it, seeing him, getting fired up after you hit a home run in the playoffs and that stuff? Talk about how special and that good connection you have as well.
Man, it's everything. Like these are things that and moments and situations I only got to dream of at a distance. As a kid, the Marlins won 2 World Series while I was a child. Growing up as like a baseball player, baseball fan. 97 when I was 5, and 03 when I was born in 92, so 11 years old. Hey, Liam's 11 now. And like it's just incredible. So for him to be there with me and practicing the day before, working with me on the field, just being a part of my daily preparation and getting a front row seat, just so I can prove to him first most like, hey, this is possible. You could do this if you want to. But I don't know. It just makes I'm very happy and fortunate that I can make this stuff real for him.
Yes. I got to ask you this. You saw all these guys, Jackson Churio and Jackson Holiday, when they celebrated, they had the non-alcoholic stuff. So I half expected in the Phillies clubhouse for you to have something like that for your kids, like off to the side, where you could celebrate with them. Because listen, I think it's awesome. My son, I played till my kids were old enough to remember, and you're fortunate enough to be able to do that also. I wish I never made the playoffs when they were old enough to remember it. But man, I wish it would have been awesome if you would have had like his favorite drinks, Liam's favorite drinks, like in the corner. He's off in the corner. Now he's not in the main celebration, but, you look over and you see that the Castellanos boys sucking down some apple juice or something. I think that would have been pretty awesome.
It would have. He was down in Florida playing some baseball tournaments of his own, so unfortunately he couldn't. But he's already been in some celebrations. Uh, you know, he says they're very cold.
They are. They are. Now, listen, he's not wrong about that. They are cold, especially for first timers. When that first champagne or beer hits you, it definitely, it gets certain parts of your upper torso a little bit.
Yeah, you feel that. You feel that.
Yes, no doubt.
All right. Let's finish with this. You guys are going to have a bye. I know you guys talked about this early on in spring training. What do you feel about the whole bye first round vibes that have been created here? And obviously you guys got a little called out in spring training by the Braves because, you guys got to play right through it. What do you think about that?
What do I think about us getting the bye, or what do I think about the Braves saying whatever it is that they said?
Combo, both.
What do I think about the bye? I think that it can be a beautiful thing if we use it the right way. I think that the downtime could probably be good for a lot of our bodies, right? With the grind of 162 that we just finished. But I know that we're also going to have a responsibility to figure out ways to stay mentally sharp, so it's not like we're knocking the rust off the first game. As for what the Braves said, I don't really care.
I love it.
I love it. Way to go, Harper. Way to go, Harper. Way to go, Harper.
Attaboy.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, last thing before I let you go, did you get a house in Jersey yet, brother? I'm still waiting for for us to hang out in the off season. Nothing.
Oh, you haven't figured out where I live? Because that was the first thing that happened to me when I touched down in Philly when I signed here.
Oh, okay. All right. So, all right. Well, We'll exchange numbers
No,
after this.
yeah. I mean, I could say it because everybody knows, but I got Ben Simmons' house.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Well,
you're
I didn't
back.
know
actually,
that.
well,
Okay.
Ben Simmons built my house, is what I should
Okay.
say.
I like that.
That was nice of
Wait,
him.
does it have a full hoop? Does it have a hoop in it? A hoops court?
It has a basketball hoop outside on the driveway. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
But not like the full
No, I thought it
arena.
would be like the inside the full thing in there. That would have been.
Oh no!
for
If
Ben.
it had that, my man, I wouldn't have bought the house. That's too much of an electric bill per month for me to carry.
That's fair.
Hey, don't
Well-
forget about me. I'm right down the street. Let's go.
Hey, is your son
Hey,
gonna
you're
go?
you're by Morristown?
No, I'm in Tom's River. Morristown is about an hour drive from me, but that's where
Oh.
my parents grew up there.
How far are you from Edison?
Same, about 45 to 50 minutes.
Yeah, that's where my wife's family's from.
All right. Yeah, no, I knew that.
Hey,
That's why I
set
was
it up,
wondering if
Todd.
you got a nice house. I know.
Hey, is your
Oh,
son?
Yeah.
Is your son gonna go to where? High school?
American Heritage Plantation.
Well, okay, that's where you went your first 2 years, right? And then you transferred out.
Yeah.
Okay. No Stoneman Douglas. No. He didn't want to play for Fitz down there.
For Fitz. That's so funny. Hey, Fitz would always say this thing like, you know, like as like a scare tactic if kids ever wanted to transfer out, he'd always say like, I lost better. I've lost better. Go ahead and transfer out. I transferred out. I don't know if he ever lost better.
yeah.
Were you one of those that transferred?
I transferred.
Oh, so damn, it's tough to lose better than you.
Yeah.
That's a tough one to
That's
lose.
that's a real loss there.
Yeah,
so.
that one hurt probably.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Well, old
Hey,
Tom,
but
we
he's
said
doing,
hello.
he's doing good coaching there. I know he's got some state titles under his belt.
He's got 4 in a row. One day, if I see you during the playoffs, I'll tell you a great story about him. I'll tell you a story, and you probably will be like, "Yep, that's him."
Well, I mean, yeah, he was my baseball coach for 4 years, so I'm sure I got a few too.
Well,
this is more recent though, so
Ooh.
you'll get a good laugh out of this.
Something juicy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. It's a good one.
Well, Nick, we'll let you jump, man. Appreciate the time. Awesome having you on. These guys have been looking forward to it for a while, and then you might see AJ in a week and a half on the series.
About a week, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So appreciate you, man.
No doubt. Be good, guys.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.